Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Mr. Rip and this is weekly coaching number 19. This week we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to play one of the heroes that the student likes to play a lot, so I'm going to pick Lion. I'm going to play it in unranked and I'm going to try and narrate all my thoughts, and he'll be able to ask questions as I'm playing and be able to see some of the stuff I'm talking about like in action, and then see how I'm making decisions and changing what I would normally do or trying to do what I would usually do. You get what I'm saying. So it'll just be a live game and he'll be watching along. And hopefully this helps. If it does, you can check me out on Twitch to see more of this kind of thing. Like and subscribe. Check out the playlist at the end of the video. And I hope you enjoy. Oh, so I don't think Lion is that strong right now. Like, I know he does get picked a decent amount, but like his win rate's a little low. I think it's just because like after his shard got nerfed, he's really not as strong. The only reason he was really getting played a lot was because of like Earth Spike was continually getting buffed, but then Mana Drain got that huge buff in 735, right?
Okay.
That was the primary reason like why people were going Lion and maxing Mana Drain, because now it does the damage. And now it just kind of sucks, right? So the slow got nerfed, magic resistance got nerfed, break distance got nerfed, and it breaks if you lose vision on secondary targets. So that maxing E going shard build is just nowhere near as good as it used to be. And they nerfed the cooldown on Earth Spike as well. So yeah, he just doesn't feel good. I still think this hero is not entirely understood by a lot of people. Like, the way I think of this guy, Lion is really good at locking down elusive heroes, and he's really good at, or like catching them, not even locking them down, because he doesn't stun as well as Shadow Shaman does, right? Like Shadow Shaman can just chain stun you way longer. What Lion offers is like really quick catch and then burst damage, and then also he's very, very good against illusions, because both Hex and Mana Drain just insta-kill illusions, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he's good just like as a pick and a void. Like, I think, especially now that like Mana Drain's not like broken the way it was before, I think you want to pick this guy when you know you're against like illusions and stuff. Or if you're against, say, like a Weave or an AM, like these carries that are like really hard to catch.
It's hard because like you have to like pick support first, like
right. But that gets reflected in the win rate, right? So like if you have to pick first all the time, which is, you know, pretty standard, right, and ranked, you want to try and play heroes that are going to be good kind of no matter what. This is acceptable, but we're just going to accept it. And like right now the focus is on long range supports that win their lane and are really good at picking off like solo targets. And the thing is, like, Lion doesn't actually trade that well into lots of heroes. Okay, my entire team wants to play support.
I thought he was gonna go hoodwinked.
No, that's instant lose. He says, who the fuck auto locks 4-5 like that? So this is already like kind of weird because we have Avenge 3, which is strange. That's not the strongest laner. Shadow Shaman is fine.
Did she mean to pick it? Like, did she like try go support and then was late?
I have no idea. I think he wanted to play support, but now he's playing 3, which is not like terrible, but it's not great. I'm gonna assume this is like a Nyx 4 and an Earthshaker 3, and then maybe like a Skywrath 5. This might also be Skywrath mid. Who the hell knows? This is really weird. This is one of those awkward situations where, like, if I'm against the Skywrath, I want the Magic Stick, and if I'm against the Slark, I want the Windlace. Okay, so Warlock is definitely not their mid, right? So it's probably a Warlock down here.
I think I'd do better mid. Can I go mid?
Okay, these guys are talking. So if we're against Slark Warlock, We want the movement speed just to kind of kite the Slark. We can't buy 2 sentries because this guy bought them all, so we're going to use this to block his camp instead. I think I'm gonna take the Observer Ward as well. We don't really want to invade here because they have a Slark, so they have night vision advantage. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense to do that. So what I am gonna do is just do this. And then we can think about items while we're running because we have our courier. I need a lot of regen because of the stupid Warlock. So I think like Salve could be good. We could just do that and we could send this out.
It's in the bag.
Pretty much always start Q. Yes. This is gonna be an awkward one because I kind of need to just like keep the Slark away. I'm gonna do this ward. I'm not a huge fan of it. Sentry down here. Cool. Alright, and then what we should always be doing is like checking items and stuff. Okay, this guy might try and deward this.
I don't really need.
I'm gonna try and make it look like I don't know that's there. Just watch to see if he dewards this. Try not to make it obvious that we know that's there though.
Oh hell yes.
Juice.
That is the weirdest fucking sentry I've ever seen in my life. Alright. So he knows there's a ward there for sure.
The battle begins.
This is what we don't want to happen.
Someone's blood was drawn. First blood. I've been wanting to say that since.
So I have to be really careful because we saw the Nyx down here. Like they might just like tri lane this. I gotta keep an eye on what they do.
Okay.
I can't tell if this Warlock is playing like the biggest mind games ever or if he's a noob. I feel like I should deny that Observer Ward though. We win! Oh, he knew, right? This is an awkward one because I need to kind of play away from Ben so he doesn't get good double links. And I don't mind trading like this with him because he's totally out of health regen. Alright. I'm gonna pull. Right here, what we want to do is just try and deny as many creeps as possible. But we don't want to stack up on this so he doesn't link us, right?
Okay.
Need more tangos. They're probably doing a pull of their own right now. Ooh, kite. Nice, that works. I'm gonna send a mango just so I don't have to rely on sitting still all the time because it's kind of dangerous versus these two heroes, right? Oh, we did it. Okay.
Do you know, like on your thing, are you gonna try to sort of like just the creep or just the slot to get your mana back?
Am I gonna try and do what?
Like to get your mana back? Are you like focusing trying to like like their mana or like just get your mana back?
Mainly looking at my own mana right now. It doesn't really do that much, right? I need to stop trading with this guy while I have this on me. We're just gonna chill a little bit. This is quite a pathetic boss 3. I'm not really a fan of it. We could get kills though with double stun combo.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's blocked that. He has the Lotus. We just like can't be that aggressive with this type of a hero, I call. Kind of looking at mid, seeing what this looks like. Neither of them have bottles, so I'm not going to bother rotating for a bounty rune, or a water rune, sorry. Oh, he didn't block it, okay. We can get this pulled in. And now we got to go block over here. Oh, or we run into the Slark. This is the other problem too, is our stun combo kind of fucking blows versus Slark, right? I'm just gonna see if he rewarded this. He did. Okay. And he took that. I'm not really putting a lot of emphasis on my mana drain. I probably could be doing it more, but you know. It's the slow that's really the valuable part of it, I think.
Mm-hmm. So like you say, like just get like just buy regen or like you.
Well, this is why I bought this mango. I can't rely on using my my mana drain all the time.
Okay.
I can give you mana.
And also against a Slark, I don't want to be wasting my time on it because I kind of need my Hex and my my stun to reliably kill him, right? So I need to buy a little bit extra mana drain, I think. Maybe rotate to that. Nah, screw it.
Fucking creeps.
I'm going mid for rune. Okay, I'm gonna smoke myself here because why not? Does he have a ward here or anything? Oh shit, there he does. Here's a sentry right there. Please get that. I'm gonna be mad if he doesn't get that. Okay, wow. Wasting my time over here. I could give him a tango. Here's tango. You're rustling over there.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, you're good.
He has to go back to base at least.
Minutes.
Yeah, we should be thinking about 7-minute runes. We can look around while we're doing this. I don't have to watch this.
Would you say they outscale you more, like their team?
Yeah, I think they do. I think we're on a little bit of a clock, but Ricky can be kind of insane, right? Coming top.
Yeah.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Where's the fight?
Okay, this is why we have the mango. I think they have this warded.
Yes. Money changes hands. Onward.
Okay, we'll stack. I'll try and play for the 8-minute rune. Rune spot, rune spot. Okay, he gets an illusion rune. Nice. We keep up on wards and smokes and stuff. This guy's buying all the sentries up here. I'm gonna go get some mana back. Let's have a look at this guy, level 5. How's she doing? Level 6. I have no TP for bottom, careful. Kind of hard to gank them top as well. But our lanes just like sort of suck, honestly. Now he's level 6, so it's not even a good kill. So we should probably just try and focus on playing with the Ricky. Maybe we get like a deep ward down. Skyrat top. Warlock TP. Gonna ward here, and let's get this ward up here. I think in a game like this, we kind of need the blink more. And also, as I've put so many points into my Q, I'm going to emphasize my my blink over shard. If I felt like... Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you normally prioritize shard then, like a lot, or...?
I mean, I think that's kind of the way Lion was played. But given that it's been nerfed, and also given that it's like not even a good game for me to sit still and drain mana all the time, like I'm not prioritizing it here. Okay, that's unfortunate. Honestly, Vic Bench 3 is just so fucking weak.
Your middle tower is under attack.
And we have a bounty carry. Like, this game's not... This is not going well. We need to start winning soon.
They have vision mid.
We can't kill this Slark reliably. We just don't have enough damage. Oh, shit. Just leveled up. Nice. Good job, dude. That's why we use hotkeys to level up our spells. Don't click on that shit. Like, Nyx is hard to kill, Slark is hard to kill, you know? It's just, like, not great.
Yeah.
We can farm this while we're just chilling. There's nothing else to do. No way. What's this guy doing?
Your top tower is under attack.
That's why it's like super hard to kill him, because he just purges everything, right?
Yeah. I think you do like nuke him though, like if...
Yeah, with my ult, but that's about it, right? Okay, pause. Good time to check items. So my bench is getting decently tanky. We are gonna need a Force Staff though at some point. Okay, he's going Blink. So if he's going Blink, maybe I should go for the Force Staff then. We should flip it a little bit. Let's see. I can ask him, of course. Hey, Shaman, are you going Blink or Force Staff first?
Blink.
Okay.
There is a Slark.
Yes, there is.
I don't know. I haven't decided.
I think we need both.
Yeah, I
Let's see.
think so. Need a lot of items.
Your mother.
And we go Force Staff. Force Staff helps against Skyrath as well. Maybe I think we both just rush it. It's good against Skyrath, right?
Unfortunately. Yeah. Do it.
So, like, you know, whenever possible, like, just ask people, what the fuck is this? My bounty went Kaya first item, dude. So like we're never gonna kill him though, is the problem, right? We can do a lot of damage, but we're not gonna kill him. Should maybe have glyphed that one. It might have been worth glyphing for that creep. I'm kind of ending up playing 5 here anyway, just because there's such a vision game going on. I don't want to be buying this many sentries. I should be focusing more on getting my items. But like I know there's a sentry on that hill and stuff, right? We just don't really push well. What's going on here? Nyx is down there.
So there's like no one mid. Should like
Charming
Ricky like not gank or?
Well, I mean, there's no one mid right now because Skyrath is DC'd. But also, Ricky is kind of our only carry. I would say normally he should farm, but given that he went Diffusal Blade fucking Orb, he should probably fight. You know, it's not like he went Midas, right? Like he went fighting items, so he should come fight. Hey Ricky, do you think we can kill bottom with DD?
Oh, okay.
Somebody just TP'd in. Help me deward this.
Oh, I could slam on the same.
Okay, there's no ward there. I don't want to ward in the same place because I've already done that several times, so I'm going to ward back here. Could maybe make an argument it'd be better against behind the tower, but then I think he would find that fairly easily, right? Okay, they're murdering over here. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not fighting anymore, so I'm just gonna wait here for these stacks. Let my Tranquil Boots do their thing. This is a bit weird because the Skyrath is DC'd, so it's not really a real game. It's just unfortunate. But I guess it's kind of nice actually, because if this guy abandons, then we can end quicker. I shouldn't even be stacking this much because we don't really have anyone that can clear them. I guess Ricky can clear them later. This is actually kind of bad.
To be fair, like,
I'm gonna go top.
do Ricky normally get like Battle Fury? Like,
Nah, not really. Guess I'll just take this. Keeping always out? Fuck off. This guy's making stuff up.
Your top tower is under attack.
You know, we can sit on a sentry with our invis because we know they don't have vision, so that's good. But I'd say the only real difference between what I'm doing here and when I watch you is how much I'm looking around and planning things based off of what my teammates are doing, right? And also how much I'm communicating with people, like asking them like what items they're gonna do, or like, hey, can we kill this guy, right?
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Enemy's bottom tower is being denied.
Yeah, okay, enemy team gave up. Oh well, GG, I guess. So if that's the case, let's go farm.
How do you know they gave up?
Warlock said it, you know.
Oh,
He's all AFK. It's because the Skyrath DC'd, right? He's gonna get an abandoned in a second. So if they were actually playing the game, I would go with them right now, but you know, they're not, so whatever. I'm gonna boost my net worth.
How do you feel with game?
Your top tower
Because why not?
It's having so much fun.
What is this dude? This guy's laugh, man.
Making mistakes is the path to wisdom.
I think also another bad thing with E here is they do have like a Nyx, you know. So if I were to go Shard, like he could just like stun me all the time with that. It's not great.
But doesn't you get like a magic immunity?
Oh, that's true, yeah. I guess I'd still damage myself a little bit, but yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a game where you can stand still, right? Like Earthshaker stun, Nyx stun, Slark stun. You've got Skywrath ultimate on your face. Like some games, it's just not good to be like a channeling hero, you know?
Oh, yeah. But I just mean because all of those things, you like they don't affect you, do they? When you're alt channeling.
Well, I mean, you still take some of the damage. Like you don't get like stunned, but it's not just that, right? Once we get the shard, yeah, it's kind of like having a BKB, and we're not worried about it as much, and that's why shard is good. But
yeah,
if I'm maxing my mana drain, then it means like up until I buy my shard, that's like my main spell, right? That's where all my power is. So if I'm putting all my power in a bad spell, then it just kind of sucks. Because like I have this spell that I can't use until I get the shard, kind of. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a bit like, I don't know, if you're playing Shadow Shaman and you maxed your Hex before you had your Blink, right? You know, like, oh, when I get my Blink, it's real good. But up until that point, I'm stuck with a goddamn Hex that's level 4, you know? Which is not ideal. So it's like the build-up matters as much as like the upper limit of how good something actually is, right?
Yeah.
I'm being super lazy right now. I haven't sent this out, but we're just waiting for the game to end. Hiya! Wow, see, Lion sucks. I didn't even kill this stupid bird. This hero's garbage. Fucking garbage, man. How do I not even kill a bird? Stupid bird. What is this guy? Look at this shit.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Was the game gonna end? This guy won't DC, man. What the hell? Alright, well, we'll talk about... So, like, what questions would you have for this, since the game's over anyway?
Just, how do you know, like, when's the right time to, like, gankish? Like...
So, I mean, it's based off of, like, what your other heroes are, right? Like, how easy is the kill to achieve? How much CC do we have? How many defensive abilities they have? So, like, for instance, you know, we tried to go get a kill on the Nyx, and we chain stun the shit out of him, and then he hits E, and Earthshaker drops one stun, and we can't keep going. It's just like,
yeah,
they're like, it's a tough target, you know. Probably could have executed a little bit differently there because we did stack our hexes a bit, but like against Slark, who has a dispel and he has a leap, and then Nyx has his E, it's just like tough. Like the only real gankable target there is Skywrath, but the problem with Skywrath is he has like super high move speed, and Ricky has like almost no crowd control to lock him in place. So like unless I have like jump or reposition spells, like I can't really gank him either. So there's just not much to do, right? It's just like you just kind of walk around and you have like a pretty chill early game. You don't have to be like running your face into them nonstop, you know, like I'm ganking, look how hard I'm ganking, right? Hey, this guy committed me. Nice. What a friend. So
do you know, like, can you use like level 1, like bar like the Slock thing? Would it not be like 50-50 on like on the ruin if you all went?
No, it's not. They're favored on their rune. They're favored because Slark has Mega Night Vision. So unless
doesn't Bounty get it as well, though?
I don't think his Night Vision is as high. That's a good question. I don't think it's that high though. Let me see if there's a stupid thing here about. He has 1000 Night Vision range, and I think Slark has a full 1800.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Slark has the full 1800. So,
okay.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, he has, like, slightly better night vision. It's like 200 better, but it's not the same as Slark. Like, Slark and Night Stalker are crazy at nighttime. I think Luna as well has, like, pretty good night vision. Where'd she go?
I think it got changed. Like it got taken away from her, I think, a bit.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
Yeah.
it's based on her E or something. Because I thought she had better night vision. Or maybe...
I know she gets damage, but like...
Oh, here it is. Her E gives her night vision. She gets up to 1,000 from that, but she only starts with 800. So yeah, like, because the bounty rune fights are all at nighttime, like, heroes with night vision have a very good advantage, like, on the defense.
Yeah.
Because they can sit there and see if you're all standing there and just decide, like, okay, fine, and walk away. Like, you're not going to get a kill on them, or you shouldn't, right? Unless they're screwing up.
Yeah.
But then also, you got to look at, like, how good your level 1 spells are. It's a little bit of, like, a feel thing, right? So,
Okay.
like, Bounty Hunter's, like, okay level 1. Shadow Shaman's okay. Lion's good. Venge can be okay. Ricky's, like, whatever. He really doesn't do much, right? Unless he wants to take a smokescreen. But
Yeah.
you're fighting into, like, Earthshaker Wall. Nick's stun is about the same as a Lion stun, right? Skywrath doesn't do too much. He does have a gnarly slow, though, so that's kind of important. Slark's giving you intel on night vision, right? And then the other problem is, like, fighting 5v5, level 1. Like, you've got, like, they have 2 massive stuns, and then they also have the Warlock Q, which does a shit ton of damage. Like, if he gets a 5-man Fatal Bonds on us, like, that just wins the fight, you know? So it's just super risky. Like, you have to think about it, like, well, what happens, like, if we get hit by all their spells? And, like, what happens if we land all of our spells? And, like, their spells are better level 1. So they probably win, right? That's just kind of how I look at it. And so I wouldn't normally be, like, doing all that stuff down there, but we were having that weird, awkward, like, ward battle, because I went down and I warded first, and then I saw him ward it, right?
Yeah.
And then it looked like I knew he had a sentry, so it looked like he was going to go deward it, so I'm like, I need to sit close enough by to where it doesn't look like I know that he's here, but, like, also I need to be close enough to, like, intercept his deward, which I was able to do, right? So it was just an awkward one. That's why that hill ward is, like, kind of sketch. You have to be careful with it. Because you end up in situations like that where, like, it's super easy to find that ward, right?
Yeah, I think I've been lately. I just de-ward it, but then I don't ward there. Like, I will like the side, so I can, like, see if anyone's coming. More like in front of, like, the camp.
Yeah, like, honestly, we didn't need the observer ward down there. It probably would have been better top, but, like, you know, whatever. Because I figured, like, maybe Warlock will, like, push the lane in and then go for pulls, and then I can use the ward to, like, help me spot that. But I should be able to play that without that. I shouldn't need an observer ward in that lane anyway. So I think you could do without it. You don't even need to bring one down there. And I would have liked to have 2 sentries in that lane, but they bought all the sentries for top lane because they have a bounty hunter. So that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And can I watch this replay at all? Oh, because we can go over some stuff real quick. Like, and then Venge is, like, pretty lackluster, level 1. Like, Slark's kind of crazy. Like, he's very good at trading in the first few levels, right? So you have to be really, really careful fighting into a Slark, because you can very easily just give him, like, a ton of stats, and then it's, you know, bad news bears for you. Like this is the silly thing, right? So I'm, like, 100% focused on, like, what's going to happen with this observer ward.
Okay.
Because I know he has a ward. He doesn't necessarily know that I have a ward, but then he did this weird sentry. So, like, this totally weirded me. Like, why the hell would you sentry inside your own camp? And I'm like, is he trying to bait me? Is he trying to find my ward? And then once he puts this here, he knows I have the ward, right?
Yeah, I think he's like, I think in his mind, he can just see, like, all the wards from the camp and the thing if he puts it in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he just deletes it after. When the and then it's just like, if you did place a rune, it gets all of them. Because like, I know some people put them, like, if you put, like, a ward on the thing, you don't get the ones if they put it at the back.
Yeah. Well, you can actually, it's pretty simple. If you just sentry, like, right here, You catch the whole
Yeah.
thing anyway because the spawn box is so
Oh.
small. But he knows he can't walk up to do that, so he's opting to do this sentry instead, right?
Oh, okay.
So the mistake on his part is like he's still going for this when he knows we're all sitting here. So obviously we're just going to instantly kill his sentry, and he still
Yeah.
got ours because we hesitated a little bit. But that shouldn't really work. We should just insta kill his sentry.
Yeah.
And then this is like I don't like Ricky's down here, I guess, but like I'm not going for the fucking rune. Like we have Warlock here, Skyrath here, Nyx, and Slark. Like it's like 4v3. Like why would you go for this bounty rune right here? I don't like this at all.
Battle begins.
Okay.
And then Venge gets baited by it, so now she's kind of like walking closer, and then obviously we're sitting under a ward, so then we give up a kill because of it. So this was kind of unfortunate that we got stuck in this ward battle, because then this kind of got Venge killed. Because she shouldn't have walked closer. It's on her. She just shouldn't have walked over here. She should have stayed over here where I was, because I was fine, right? So that's on her.
You were doing very well.
But then when we look at like how the lane dynamic goes, obviously, you know, we want to be super careful about not letting Slark hit us at all, right? We also have to be really careful about our spacing because of fatal bonds, like I was saying earlier. So if I stack up next to Venge, then he gets a fatal bonds on all of us, and this is really, really bad, right?
Yeah.
Because now if I go trade with the Warlock, now I'm damaging Venge as well. So that's like real bad. So I should just be over here. But I was happy that I was able to get this D ward. That felt really good, that deny there. And then whenever this Fatal Bonds is on me, I just want to like play super passive and like not, just don't trade with him, you know? But also I can see here, like I know I have a favorable trade right here, because if I check his inventory, like I know he actually started with no regen, and I know he has Fatal Bonds. So he has no health regen right now, and I have the salve and the tango. This is why I bought the salve, because I knew I would need a lot of regen versus this guy, right?
Okay.
So I can just trade, no matter, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, like let's trade all of our health right now, because you don't have health regen. Like, it's totally fine. Totally fine to take hits against him, because he can't recover it, and I can, you know? That's the advantage, like if you know you have a regen advantage. Go ahead.
Is it good to start with a salve and as like if you can just like trade away?
Yeah, no, it is, but I think I did it in this one because I was like, stick's no good against these guys. It's really not a good item here. And I know that like I can end up taking a ton of damage from Warlock. Like this combo can do a lot of damage, and so having the salve to reset just is like really, really helpful, right?
Okay.
So that's why I chose to do it here. And I don't even remember if it came up, if I even had to use the salve. I think I did have to use the salve once, so it paid off. And I can't really contest this because this Slark is zoning, right? So this is a good play on Slark's part. He's not letting me walk over here because then this happens. Good body block on her part though, but now she, like, look how good it is for him to trade. Like, he just steals so much, stealing 30 agility right now. It's nuts. We just don't want to trade with him. We don't want to trade with him, and then if he's playing smart, he can just dark pack like all of our spells off, you know? So it's just real bad. Like, I guess you can't dark pack. Oh, this is dispellable too. Yeah, wow. So yeah, any other questions about it?
How would you deal with like a Slark, like preferably then normally?
Preferably you either want a hero that like harasses him from range really effectively, like a Viper, or you just want like a tanky beast boy, right? Like you want like, I'm not exactly sure what the best Slark matchups are, to be honest. Because Slark is a little bit of a lane bully, so he's gonna pretty much beat most other melee heroes.
Okay.
But, you know, he summons with, or he struggles with summons, you know, so like Beastmaster is rough against him. Like, yeah, any like range damage is really good against him. Like Ursa, Monkey King, Slark, like their hero is designed, Lifestealer, it's designed to win like 1v1 melee trades, right? So
yeah,
you beat that by just staying out of melee range and like peppering them constantly with damage. The problem is that Venge doesn't even have that high of an attack range, and she has no defense of her own, right? So her right clicks like are okay, but her spells are not that great, honestly, level 1.
Okay.
And she doesn't have attack range to like be able to safely harass him. Like, I guess it changes like level 1 to level 2, level 3. Like when he gets like level 3, like he's so powerful because he can dispel our stuns, he can jump on us if we get out of position, he can jump away from us if we start winning a trade, and then he auto wins any trade where he's getting to hit, right? So it's just not good. It's just not a good pick, honestly. We could look on like, you know, like Dota Pro Tracker or Dota Buff and like look at what good Slark matchups are, but I think it would just be heroes like Viper. Like I know like Slark's even okay against the Razor because he can just jump away from the Link. It's like that's not even like that great of a matchup into Slark.
Okay.
Maybe like a Bristleback would be okay though, because he can harass you from range even though he's melee. Like that can be good. It's just a weird one. We just basically like knowing all that, knowing how like dangerous Slark is, we just have to be okay with playing this a little bit more passive, right? So it's fine. We're not going for kills, like no problem. Like I'm gonna hit this like Warlock a little bit, but I'm not even gonna harass that much because it's just not much is gonna happen from it, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, like the only real like gank we could do is on Skywrath, but he's not exactly an easy gank target either because this Riki can't lock him down at all. So like if the Riki was like a Void Spirit, then we could go mid a lot more and look for this, or like an Ember Spirit or like a Pango or something like that. Be a lot easier to get these kills. But like Riki doesn't do much, you know. And then up here, like we already talked about, like these two are very defensive. So all in all, this just leads to a very boring laning phase. Pretty much. Because our heroes suck. That's pretty much it. Just our heroes aren't good. So like we can't be playing all ham, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm amazed we got any kills on Slark. But, like I guess it didn't happen till like level 6 though, right?
Yeah, like I think once you got your ult, like he just died.
Yeah, which was weird, and I don't think that should have even worked.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he should be dying to us. I think if he dies to us, he's messing up. Because we don't have a reliable way to, like, actually... We don't do that much damage, and we can't even lock him down that much, so... It's kind of on him if he dies. I think. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, but I think that's just him messing up. He shouldn't die, ever.
Like, I feel like you've got, like, 700 HP, and, like, if he gets stunned, like, he just dies when you got ulti, right?
Yes. But then he has his ulti as well, and he has his, like, pounce. Like, if he's using his spells correctly, I shouldn't really be able to kill him. You know?
Because, like, because I just mean, like, if you get, like, your stun, Venge stun, ulti, like, or X ulti, like, he never gets a chance to, like, use his spell, right?
But he should, because both of our... I'm saying if this Slark is really good, like, if he's really, really good, it shouldn't work. Because he should see the stuns coming and just pre-pop Dark Pact. So, like, basically we shouldn't be able to stun him for a significant amount of time. So it's going to be very hard to chain stun him.
I know, like, the thing you can do is, like, with Lions, like, you can shift Q his, shift click his W. So then it's like when it comes in, like, instant range, you'll like hex him. Yeah, I mean, that's, like, okay, but it's like Lion just doesn't do that much damage, right? No, but I mean, like, it's like, if you got the instant hex off, you couldn't pack it.
No,
like, say
you're saying you lead with Hex and then stun.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Cause then he instantly, like, you can't get out of it.
That is true, but the problem is that, like, this is only 550 cast range level 1. And so that means basically the only way I'm going to do that on him is if I run straight at him and he doesn't react, or if I hit him from the trees. And so because, like, Warlock has this ward here, and because Warlock's playing on the side, like, it's pretty hard for me to, like, ambush this guy and do that, you know? So it's just like, sure, it's possible, but I don't look at it as like very feasible. So that's why I'm just kind of not. I'm not really bothering too much. Like I tried to go mid here to do something, and it like we almost died trying to gank him, right?
So like, say this game went on, would
Yeah.
it be more important for you to get the blink to deal with him like instantly and like
Yeah.
get these like positions off?
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
is it more that you get the force staff to like run away from other people?
It's like both. Because like if we don't get a force staff, then we get wrecked by like, you know, Rod of Ados on Skyrath. We get wrecked by
Yeah.
Slark. We even get wrecked by like Fisher. Like you can use force staff to get over Fisher, right? You know, if the Nyx like catches you, you can like force staff away from him. You can force staff out of Warlock upheaval. Like it's actually like force staff's like goated this game. It's really good. It counters a lot of what they do. Because they have so much like positioning based stuff, you know, where they're like putting things on the ground. Like Skyrath ult exists on the ground, upheaval's on the ground, Fisher's on the ground, right? And then on top of that, you have the leash from Slark. So force staff's just very, very good here, basically.
Okay.
But other than that, it's like exactly what you said. Like the only way we're going to kill this guy reliably is if we blink on top of him, hex him, and then chain stun him. You know? It's going to be hard to do that. And so actually what this game comes down to very heavily is the vision game. Because Slark has a big advantage in the vision game because he can find all your wards, right? We're going to need lots of sentries and dust and stuff for a Nyx. And then we also have a bounty hunter and a Riki. So now they need lots of sentries and dust. So this is just like the way this is going to win, like who's going to win this is basically who wins the vision game and who like has more detection available more often and stuff like that. And other than that, like we're not favored. We're just not. They have much better team fight with Earthshaker Warlock than we do. We don't have very good team fight. They have decent solo pickoff with the Nyx. We have decent solo pickoff as well. So the way I see this game comes a lot down to like mid-game execution, like getting good vision, getting good ganks. We can't win team fights straight up. We don't farm as well as they do either because we have Bounty Hunter Riki Venge. Like our comp is just really bad. It's just really, really bad. We're lacking a lot of stuff. We don't have any tanky heroes. We don't even have good lockdown. We don't have wave clear. We don't have any AoE spells. Like it's just real crap. It's like 5 supports. I hate it. So it just makes it awkward. Like honestly, if the Skyrath didn't leave, we probably would have lost this game. I think just based on the draft. I think we would have lost this game. But you know, who knows? Again, it comes down to execution. Just because you're favored in the draft doesn't mean you win automatically. Like you can still screw things up, right? So, yeah, all right. Should we jot down some notes for this thing? What would be your main takeaways from this one?
Try to like move more.
Yeah.
Like go for like ganks early.
And earlier too, like earlier than you're used to, right?
Yeah. And then stay the same side as the support.
Yes, that is like kind of a matchup thing that comes down to a lot of factors there. Like if you decide you want to play on the same side as the support and trade with him versus you're okay with the support hitting your core and you're getting to hit their core, that kind of comes down to like who harasses harder, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's very, very matchup dependent. Usually what you should try and do, if you can, is you should try and harass the support away and then create a 2v1 scenario where you can both harass the core at the same time. That's what you want.
Okay.
So because the Warlock, I saw that Warlock had no health regen, I was happy to trade with him.
Yeah.
Usually, Warlock should beat my ass in trades because he has the same range as me. We have about the same armor. My stun doesn't do that much damage, and he has his W, which could be used offensively or defensively. So Warlock's actually pretty good at trading with another bad hero like with Lion, right? So it's based on regen, matchup, things like that. Attack range, you know. What else? What other takeaways did you have there?
If like the person you're on your lane's not even a good partner, like find someone else to partner with.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, and sometimes this is a big one, right? Sometimes there's just not a lot of kill attempts that can be made because it just your heroes don't do it very well, or their heroes are very hard to gank, and so there's just not much to do, which is kind of what was going on in this game. Like, honestly, I felt like when I went mid, I felt like I was forcing it, and when I went top, I felt like I was forcing it. Just because it's like, I'm not getting anything done, there's nothing to do, I can't do much bot, like, I'm helping bottom, but we're not like killing the Slark on repeat, right?
If there's like no kills anywhere to get, what's the best thing to do?
And then that's where you farm. So that's where, like, so if there's no plays to be made, like we can't just like go push a tower, we can't just go kill someone, that's where we prioritize farm. And so where that translates to as a support is making stacks and just farming yourself. And that should be your default state. Like, no matter what, is if there's nothing happening, I'm gonna go make gold, right? And
yeah,
if there's not enough farm to be had for everybody, then instead of me farming, I need to position myself to protect my cores when they're farming. You know, that's basically it. Like, if we're not killing, we're farming, and farm goes higher in the priority, so it goes to my cores first. If there's enough left over, like there's enough empty lanes or enough camps available, then I can farm too.
Yeah.
Right? So if no plays to be made, concentrate on farming and securing farm for cores. That's pretty much it. Just make money, right? Because the items are gonna, that's what's gonna change it up, right? Like, we need to be really scared of an Earthshaker, like, right? But like, also, once we get BKBs, we're not as scared of him anymore. So like, items are gonna solve problems for us, right?
Okay.
That's always something to keep in mind there. Items solve problems. So, draft. Any other takeaways you had?
That's mostly it, I think.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Let's do
you
this
try
for...
defensive items or aggressive items, like, first? Like,
it depends on what your draft is, right? So, like, in this draft, I felt like Force Staff was really good, but I also feel like we don't have a terrible time picking people off, because you have Bounty Hunter to scout, you have Ricky to jump people, you have Venge Swap, Venge Stun, you have Shaman, Hex, and Shackle, and you have my Hex and my Stun, and they're all ranged abilities, right? So like, we can find people and stun them and kill them. We don't need blinks and stuff to do that. It obviously makes it better. But we're also like 5 squishies, and so and we have this problem of like, they have a lot of like threats, and so if we can buy an item to like reduce their threat, then it kind of equalizes things a little bit more. So it's kind of a value estimation of like how much extra offensive points do I get from Blink Dagger versus how much defensive points am I getting from Force Staff, right? So if you wanted to rate it like, oh, Blink is like plus 15 offense or something, and Force Staff is minus 20 for the other team, then you would pick the bigger number. That's kind of how my brain works a little bit. Like, you have to kind of, you have to assign value to things. If an item is solving more than one problem at a time, you know, so like Force Staff is good against multiple things that they do, it just goes up and up and up in value, right? So it's just better and better. The Blink, like, you got to remember, like, Blink's great, but like, Blink doesn't give you any stats, it doesn't give you any damage, it doesn't make you tanky, right? Like, it is purely to reach people that you cannot reach, or to surprise people, right? Or it's to position so that you can get a better version of your spell off. So like, instead of just throwing Earthspike, like, what if I blink to the side and line it up so I can Earthspike 3 people at once? Like, that's the value of Blink Dagger. It's just like, instantly I'm here now. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else for you, right? So it's often like it's kind of a bait to buy Blink Dagger first, and a lot of people aren't doing it. Even cores are not going like first item Blink Dagger. Some do, but not all, right?
Yeah.
It just depends. Depends on a lot of things. Here we don't have any tanks. It's just rough. The draft is like so rough. It's like, I think you can make an argument either way. You could go first item Blink, first item Force Staff, first item Shard. All three of those would be correct in their own ways. It's not necessarily one or the other. Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough one. I think we would have needed all three items though at some point. Which one you get first kind of dictates like what you're gonna be doing. Like eventually I'm gonna max my stun and my E, right? But because I don't feel like E is good right now, I don't want to max it, and therefore I'm not gonna get the shard first item. So because I'm maxing my Q instead, that makes Blink and Force Staff more valuable. So like that's why I would get that item first, and then I go back for the other things later, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Whereas if this was a game where I felt like I am allowed to sit there and mana drain all the time, then I would max the E because of that, and then I would buy the shard right away, you know? Or I'd get like a Glimmer Cape to protect me during the mana drain, right?
Yeah.
So it's all relative. Everything is relative, and it's not just relative to like what the enemy heroes are doing, but it's also relative to like how does my hero operate and like what are my timings, you know?
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say for homework is, why don't you experiment with different builds on Lion and different item builds? Like try and keep this thing in mind of like, this spell is better this game than my other spell, and so I'm gonna itemize this way to reflect it.
Did you say move offline as a hero, or
what do you mean?
you said it was like kind of weak, like it was really like weak?
Yeah, I think it's weak. If you like it though, and it's a comfort hero for you, and you can win with it, then you should keep playing it. Technically, Hoodwink is a lot better in the meta right now than Lion is.
Yeah, so I normally do like, so like I have like, if it's like I try to normally pick Hoodwink first each time.
Yes.
And then if it's like banned, I then normally go like either Lion or like Venge or something like that, depending on like which one. If we need like more magic or like more like a right clicker.
Yeah.
I did like Snap a lot, but like I realized like it's kind of weird. Like I feel like Snap, she does really good on her kind of her own, but she needs like some coordination from her team, like more.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't like playing her either. Her cookie is too hard to utilize, right?
Yeah, like I do like use it, but it's like, and if my team's not like with it or like on the chase, like go after it, or like it's like hard to use it, or like they'll turn back around like for some reason.
You'll just cookie them in the opposite direction,
yeah,
right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's like totally valid. You know, it's like, hey, this hero is really good, but it requires too much coordination, so it sucks in pubs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally normal. So for that reason,
say, like, about like
Wind
maybe.
Who?
Windrunner.
Windrunner? I don't think she's a good support, but honestly, at your bracket, you could play pretty much anything, and as long as you're, I mean, seriously, you can play pretty much anything, and it's not because like, oh, everybody sucks. It's because like nobody is going to be playing optimally. So like, you know, like in this game, right? Like you have a Warlock, you're fighting against Warlock 5 and a Nyx 4. We have a Venge 3, a Bounty Hunter 1, and a Shaman 5, and a Ricky mid. Nothing about our draft is meta at all. So it doesn't really matter if they play the meta or we play the meta, because it's like no one is playing 100% optimally here anyway. Like they have Skywrath mid. Like this is all jacked. This is the weirdest, like nothing here is normal at all. So it doesn't really matter. Where that matters is... What's that?
I thought Skywrath was a mid hero.
Is
he not?
Yeah, I mean, you can play him mid. I don't think he's the best mid. I don't really think so. I think he's better as like a position 4, but I don't think Skywrath's that good either. And he's kind of subpar right now. Because like basically what this meta is, like as I understand it, and it might change as soon as they patch the game, what it has been cores that can farm safely, which means either cores with escape or they have like flash farming abilities, right? Like Luna.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then supports that either can like clear the wave super safely, or they're really good at picking off heroes with escape, right? So like Weaver is notoriously difficult to gank, right? But Disruptor dumps on Weaver super hard because he's really, really good at picking off mobility heroes, right? So the support meta right now is all about like solo pickoffs. That's why you're seeing like Hoodwink, Bane, Disruptor, you know, even Io to an extent allows you to like jump in and gank someone or like save people from a gank. It's all about like solo pickoffs and ganks and saves. It's not really about team fights, and it's not like everybody still wants to farm a lot, but because of like how the map is and everything, like people are opting more towards like these hyper defensive cores that are super hard to kill. So then you need all these tools to try and gank them because it's annoying to try and gank them, right?
Yeah.
So like if Drow was a carry right now, let's say Drow got like super buffed, right? Or an item that Drow likes to buy gets like really buffed next patch. The meta completely shifts around that. Because like suddenly we don't want a Disruptor into a Drow. We want Clockwork and Tusk and Earth Spirit. We want Dive to catch her, you know?
Yeah.
Completely changes what everything. It's basically like whatever the cores are good at and whatever items they want to buy dictates everything else. Like everything trickles down off that. That's like, okay, so Leshrack's popular. That means that X hero is good with or against Leshrack. And this item is good, so then I can buy this. It just, everything ripples down like that. So, yeah. I hope that answers the question, kind of.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was going to say for homework is why don't you experiment with different item builds and different skill builds based on like timings. So like you go into the game, you feel like, okay, this spell is really good this game, so I'm going to level it first and then get this item to go with it. Or that spell's really good and I'll get that item instead.
Okay.
So experiment with different skill and item builds on the same hero and look to make good synergies, basically.
Should I still go like Hoodwink first or just try to pick Lion first each time?
It's up to you. I mean, you can do the same thing on Hoodwink, right? Like you might have a game where you think Acorn Shot's more valuable, or you might have a game where Bushwhack's more valuable. And then if you think like, hey, my team doesn't have enough catch, do I need to get Rod of Ados before I get Maelstrom? Or do we have enough catch and we just need damage? Or do we have enough catch, but also the game is going to be slow? Then I can get the Maelstrom first to accelerate my farm. Like every single hero has this like variety to it, and it's just based on my timings.
I think I do that a lot on Hoodwinked. Okay. And then like, cause like even like the other day I started like buying Urn on her. Like just to like, cause like I was seeing a lot of timbers and like so I don't normally guess it. I know I'll get normally the like a Falcon or something like depending on like, or just the thing for the Yules. Yeah. Like the mana, just the mana, like the early mana thing for the. Yeah, just to get a Yules later. Yep. So I don't always get the like I didn't really always get Urn, but then I was like, oh, I'm these like tankier heroes now. So I started picking it up and it was like I found it like really nice. Yeah. And before I never even used to get the Yule Scepter on it too much, but then I was like, it comes in like a lot of handy like in team fights. Yeah. Because the stun's nice, but I feel like she just needs another one. And I felt like, the what's it called? Gleipnir was nice, but it was, you would miss it in like the mid game, like because it was like so expensive. Like it was like compared to like just getting a Yules, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes.
Well, that's why you can get the Rod first, right? Like if you go the Maelstrom, then Rod, then Gleipnir, you could have done
Yeah.
it in the reverse and gotten Rod first. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like, that's a very expensive item. It's very greedy, you know.
Yeah.
Hoodwink going first item Gleipnir is super freaking greedy. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate that people get away with that shit. Like, I had one friend, he would play Dark Willow position 4, and I swear to God, every single game, he went Midas, Ag Scepter, and then just became another carry. And I'm like, you're not playing support, but he would win. And it just made me so frustrated.
Yeah.
It's cheesy, but, you know, sometimes that's okay. So yeah, just do that same thing. Experiment with different skill and item builds, and, like, as long as you can, like, explain it, like, you know, be able to explain your thought process. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the build. There you go. We'll do that. Cool. All right, dude. If there's nothing else, we can call it there. Hope that was helpful.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
No problem, man. Have fun in your games. All right, guys. If that was helpful, like and subscribe. Helps out a lot. Comment down below. Check out my Patreon if you want to get coached by me. Come hang out on Twitch. Ask questions, chat, talk shit, all that stuff. It's all good. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.